welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm Rebecca Felgate, and today we're talking about the top 10 most underpaid jobs in the world. Now, these people deserve a whole lot more than they're getting, especially when Lionel Messi took home $81.5 million last year. And of course, Taylor Swift banked $170 million in 2016. Think about that as you hear how much these people earn. Coming in at number 10, we have crime scene cleaners. Crime scene cleaners are mainly known as emergency service technicians, and their work is pretty intense. Some technicians have confessed to earning just $12 an hour to clean up murder and death scenes, which, ugh. The average salary is $33,597, which is around £26,000. This really isn't enough for me to want to clean up entrails. Also, the hours can be pretty antisocial. Coming into number 9, we have janitors and cleaners. Despite being a dirty job, often during less than desirable hours, cleaners and janitors are paid terribly. On average, they earn around $24,000 in the US and around £15,000 in the UK, so it pays even less in Britain. Depending on the building a cleaner works in, the job can be harder in some places than others. Some places can be really messy. Yes, it is unskilled work, but workers are cleaning up other people's mess, which is something I really wouldn't want to do. Coming in at number 8, we have news reporters. News reporter salaries are surprisingly low, and also the job is somewhat of a thankless task. These days, reporters will usually have to have a degree or a journalism qualification, or both, as well as faultless English and a flair for storytelling. For a skilled worker, the job pays an absolute pittance, especially in print media. In the UK, reporters' starting salaries are around £15,000, although they are also expected to own their own car. In the US, reporters start at around $22,000, with the average salary around $36,000. Reporters work around the clock to make headlines, and in the days of dwindling readerships, they usually have to go to great lengths to break news. This can earn reporters a lot of scorn from society. Scorn and a slim wallet. No ideal. Coming into number 7, we have sales assistants. You don't need a degree or any kind of qualification to get a job as a sales assistant, although you will need a lot of patience when dealing with often rude customers. A low-paid job, often with a high stress element, especially during rush periods, sales assistants often spend all day on their feet. It's pretty standard for sales assistants to earn minimum wage in most countries. If you aren't earning commission, which most people aren't, it's a very small paycheck for a lot of energy. Next up, we have daycare workers. Children are the most precious things in the world to parents, but sometimes they have to drop them off at daycare while they work. Nursery and daycare workers have to have a lot of patience and usually childcare qualifications, but sometimes they earn as little as $13 per hour in the United States. Daycare workers have to deal with screaming kids all day and earn just around $19,500 on average each. Ugh, no thanks. Literally, they have to clean nappies and everything. Diapers, to some of you guys. Gross. Coming into number 5, we have teachers. I know that there is a lot of tension with teacher wages in the UK right now. Teachers have to qualify over years and years and years. UK teachers earn around £30,000, and in the United States they make approximately $50,000, which is fine, but these people are tasked with teaching the next generation. Effectively, teachers help develop the minds of tomorrow. Further than that, they usually work really long hours. I know that in the UK, many of my teacher friends work from 8 AM till 6 PM at times, and then there's marking to do on top of that. Yes, they do get longer vacation periods, but I'm sure that they tell us that that isn't all time off either. These periods are usually filled with further training. Plus, also, working with kids is hard. They aren't exactly always polite. Next up, we have firefighters. Firefighters risk their lives to save other people. They have to deal with extremely hot temperatures and poor visibility. Sometimes they can't save people and they have to deal with the psychological impact of that too. They're not the lowest earners on the list. In America, they earn around $56,000 a year. In the UK though, they earn much less, at around £30,000, which again is a livable wage in most places, but really, these people deserve much more than simply livable. Especially when you consider the salaries of some CEOs out there, like they're saving people from burning buildings. Coming into number 3, we have agricultural workers. Agricultural workers or farmers are literally the backbone of so many countries. They harvest food for the nation, yet they often earn close to minimum wage. Everyone needs to eat, so why would the people who make that possible be earning so little? The average agricultural wage in the United States, a country vast with so much to harvest, is $22,000, although it is more in the UK where farm workers get around £20,000. Of course, farm workers in India only earn $100 a month, which is crazy. Multimillionaire Bill Gates has stressed the importance of looking after the world's poorest farmers. By and large, they produce a very large share of the world's food supply. With the population on the increase, we all need to eat. Coming into number 2, we have graduate interns. Often internships are scandalously low paid, or not even paid at all. Sometimes you won't even get expenses, meaning you'll literally pay to work there. Sadly, unpaid internships are on the rise these days, meaning a lot of graduates are adding to student debt by paying for experience, which is so unfair. Often people will have studied for 4 years and be made to feel lucky if they get a low or unpaid job as an intern in their field, with many big or smaller businesses alike exploiting youthful eagerness to their company's advantage. Often there is no promise of a job at the end of it at all, which is absolutely outrageous and it should be illegal. Finally, coming into number 1, we have factory workers. Factory workers are a dying breed in a lot of countries. In America, they earn on average $30,000 a year, which isn't a lot to scrape by on. Despite that cheap labor, they have it much better than the Chinese and Indonesians. In China, where the Trumps outsource their work, factory workers earn just $27 a day, although that's much more than in Indonesia, where they earn just $8.60. Sweatshop workers in Bangladesh work long hours in horrible conditions for $25 a month, so that is little more than 15 cents a day. That is outrageous. So there we have it, guys. That was the top 10 most underpaid jobs in the world. Why don't we put a little positive spin on this, and why don't you let me know what your dream job is in the comments section down below. Just remember, guys, the sky is the limit and you can dream anything you want, so let me know. For now, I'm Rebecca Felgate. If you like this video, make sure you give it a good thumbs up, share it with a friend, and stay subscribed to Most Amazing Top 10 for more informative lists. I'll see you next time.